occasion. How pleased are you to mark it with 3 points and that performance?
Yeah, very glad. I think we played a fantastic game. The team gave everything. You could see that from the first minute today we played a very good game in possession and without the ball as well. So really pleased and of course happy for this guy.
Yeah, the manager wanted a confident start, and Luis, it's fair to say you delivered. Tell us about the goal.
¿Qué dice? Que le cuentes un poco del gol.
Bueno, nada, fue muy bonita jugada. Siempre trato de ayudar al equipo de la mejor manera, haciendo, digamos que anotaciones para nosotros. Los números son súper importantes porque somos los delanteros y vivimos de eso, ¿no? Entonces, muy contento, feliz por el equipo. El equipo hizo un gran trabajo, que es lo más importante. Y bueno, nada, ahora toca descansar para lo que se viene.
Alexis, I might need your help here.
Well, he's very happy. He knows that as a striker, as a winger, he needs to score and assist, and that's very important. So he's happy that today was the first one in a very nice counter-attack. It's something that we knew that we had to do. So he's very glad.
A really controlled performance on the whole. Just how much are you looking forward to the season ahead with Arne Slot now in charge?
Yeah, we know that there is still room for improvement. I think we are in a transition because sometimes we should be patient, but instead we are quite direct, let's say. But we are in that transition. I think everyone at the team is happy and working very hard to get into Arne's idea.
Yeah. 2 wins under your belt is a great platform, isn't it, for a big game next?
Yeah, really important. We know that against Man United is a derby. It's a really important game for the club and for us. So yeah, we will prepare. We will prepare during the week, and we will do our best to win that game.
Well done to the both of you. Congratulations, Luis. You are the player of the match. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hermanito. Vamos arriba. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I mean, they've got an amazing goalkeeper, and every single player at the back is world class. You know, it's absolutely top class, that back five that they've got. However, Liverpool don't protect, you know, their 2 centre halves and their goalkeeper like other teams do. You know, Trent Alexander-Arnold goes and attacks. He then cuts inside and plays in midfield. Andy Robertson is always up front. I mean, they really do leave their centre halves exposed, but that's why they're so good going forward as well. They can commit players forward. So as much as their players don't need replacing, they will still always be vulnerable at the back compared to some teams. So it's even more important when they don't concede. For Liverpool to be solid at the back is really even more important because they, as I say, they go forward and they commit forward. So it's even harder for them to be efficient at the back.
So, just like that, almost in the blink of an eye, match week 2 has been completed in the Premier League. And this is how it played out then. 2 wins from 2 as well for Brighton under their new boss, Fabian Herzler. João Pedro with a 94th minute winner against Manchester United. Julian Lopetegui picking up his first win as manager of West Ham at Selhurst Park. Fulham beat Leicester at Craven Cottage. Erling Haaland, of course, wasting very little time to get his first hat-trick of the season as Manchester City thrashed New Boys. Ipswich, Nottingham Forest got their first win of the campaign at Southampton. Spurs, big winners against Everton. The Toffees have now lost their first 2 games, conceding 7 goals and without scoring. And Arsenal got a hard-fought win at Aston Villa. Today we saw a 1-1 draw between Bournemouth and Newcastle. The host denied a late winner, which was ruled out for handball. Chelsea won at Wolves by 6 goals to 2. Enzo Maresca's first win as Chelsea boss, Noni Madueke, picking up the match ball with a hat-trick, and Arne Slot winning his first competitive game at Anfield against Brentford. Here's how the table looks, albeit after 2 games each. So here we go then. Only 4 teams boast a 100% record. Manchester City, Brighton, Arsenal, Liverpool. So that's 3 of last season's top 4. Brighton gate crashing it in second. What a start for Fabian Herzler at the Seagulls. Tottenham, Newcastle and Forest remain unbeaten. Chelsea, West Ham and Fulham, 3 of 6 sides who've managed a win so far. If you look at the...
Luis Diaz with Alexis McAllister providing the translation skills there, and Virgil van Dijk joins us now. Virgil, actually, you said Luis Diaz's English is coming along quite nicely. It's just the confidence to do interviews, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously it's not easy. Being a Colombian in England, and but obviously he's doing well. He's doing well, and I'm pleased for him. Obviously, it's much needed. Obviously, the football language on the pitch is quite easy to, not easy, but it's good to understand. But obviously, outside of football, you want him to communicate properly as well, and he's doing a good job. And together with Darwin, they're on it, and that's very important.
So a goal and an assist for him in that 2-0 victory, but more importantly, as a defender, a clean sheet with both those opening victories.
Yeah, obviously it all starts with that. Of course, it sounds very cliche maybe, but we all defend together. It's the hard work we put in. I think you see how quickly we try to, when they counter-attack on us, to be behind the ball and defend it all together, whatever happens. And it's a good start, and we have something to build on. And let's see.
You say it is a very good start, 6 points, exactly what you wanted, Virgil. And in the media, we're all trying to find out the differences between Slot and Klopp. What are the subtle differences on and off the pitch that you've noticed since the new manager's come in?
Well, I won't say I'm a bit annoyed, but I think the time with Jurgen was amazing, and the time with Arne, with the new boss, is there now, and he has the certain way of playing out from the back. The way we defend, a lot of meetings, but in obviously a very, very detailed. And we work a lot on so many good things, and I think you see so many patterns during the game, with and without the ball, that gives a lot of confidence and structure to the team. But like I said, we have to, I won't say forget about the Jurgen period, but obviously that's the past. We had an amazing time, and now it's time for the new boss to hopefully be successful, and that's what we have to focus on, not on comparison and all this stuff. I think that's the main thing in my opinion.
How's it been as captain under the new manager? Has things changed for you? How's it been sort of, easing the players in and taking on board new ideas?
Obviously we don't have new players so far, so there's no new players in yet. But obviously there's that extra responsibility, because obviously I know the players inside out and the manager and the backroom staff. Not yet, but obviously I'm here for him, and I told him that from day one, and he has that full trust, or whatever he needs, I'm there for him, and I will do and help him and the backroom staff as much as possible. And because there's only one thing I want to be successful, and that's what he wants, and that's what the rest of the team wants as well. So we're all on the same boat, and I think that extra responsibility is there, but I enjoy it.
You say you want to be successful, Virgil. There's going to be a question that's going to be asked of you a lot this season. You've got less than a year left on your contract. How do you feel about that right now? Is that something that you're just going to look at in the future, or are you looking to get it sorted as quickly as you can?
I'm very calm. Very calm.
If I can play like you, I'll be calm as well.
I'm very calm. The thing is, I want to play the best season I can again. I want to be important and stay important for the club. And this year, whatever happens next year, we'll see. Anything happens for a reason. That's how I see it. And for now, there's been no changes in my situation. But I'm very calm about it. And there's no reason for me to start thinking for something else, because I have a whole season to play for still. And hopefully it will be a successful one.
Jamie Carragher was talking during the game, and he come up with a stat. This is your 100th game at Anfield. You've only lost 2. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, that's not bad.
Are you thinking about the 2 you lost?
Oh, yeah. I do actually. Yeah. I do actually. Obviously, the Leeds one was a painful one. But no, listen, I'm proud, and it's home. And it's a special place. And what I said as well before, whatever happens in the future, Anfield is a special place to my heart, and very successful as well. So let's see what the season brings.
Mm-hmm. What you say about what the season might bring, obviously it's a new manager, fresh start, clear slate in terms of expectations, or is it still something, do you still have the same goals?
Well, I'm not playing football to lose or not become successful. Obviously it's never guaranteed, like we all seen in the past. I want to win, and in every competition that we are competing in, I want to go as far as possible. Obviously we know how difficult that is, but playing for like Liverpool, one of the best, if not the best, football club in the world. You have these expectations. You see the fans, you see the fan base around the world. You know, it's amazing to be wearing that shirt, and for me personally, you know, being the captain of the club as well. So let's see. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really enjoying it so far, but there's still so much to improve for the team, for myself. Let's see what it brings.
Virgil, thanks for coming out to talk to us.
Thank you very much.
Good to speak to you. Thank
you.
you. Thanks
See
very
you
much.
guys, Virgil.
Congratulations on the win as well.
Nice camaraderie, nice interview. Luis Diaz, your man of the match as well?
Yeah, you couldn't argue with that. He played well, broke the deadlock, big moment in the game, scoring the first goal. Yeah, I wouldn't argue with that. There's a couple of good performances. As I say, Liverpool weren't at their very, very best today, but he was one of the shining lights.
Yeah, Liverpool go into this season as arguably one of the biggest unknown quantities, right? Having changed their manager after 9 years, there's no fresh blood there, no new signings as of yet. But the early signs are very encouraging, Glenn.
They are encouraging. It's only 2 games against, be it Ipswich, a newly promoted team, and Brentford, one that you'd expect them to beat at Anfield. I think for Liverpool at this moment in time, they've got some very, very good players. They've got a good manager. I think the pressure's off. If Klopp was still manager, I think the fans there and everyone in football would be expecting maybe them to push City and Arsenal and win the league again. That's where I think the attitude would be. New managers come in, and I think that's eased off a little bit. So that's what I mean when I think the pressure's off them. The expectations are always going to be there for Liverpool Football Club, but I think within the camp, within the fans, let's get a solid, consolidate for a year. Let the manager get in the top 4. Let's go again that way. But I think under Klopp, it would have been more pressurised.
Yeah.
So I think they can actually, take their time. McAllister said there, we have to be patient. We have to be patient. It's a new manager. There's new things that they're working at.
Yeah, that's a good point, because we know where City and Arsenal are at after last season. There is no margin for error. And yes, these are winnable fixtures on paper. They have to see them through.
Yeah,
the pressure's there from the off, really.
It is. I mean, you're going to have to get right into the 90s, aren't you, in terms of points at the end of the season. There's very, very little margin for error. You simply can't slip up. And I don't care whether it's, some people say, oh, yeah, you can lose a couple at the start of the season. I don't think you can anymore. I think it's so hard to catch up. You've almost got to be faultless for the remaining 30-odd games of the season. You look at the run-ins of the top teams in recent years, they simply do not make a mistake. So with that in mind, you can't give anybody a lead. I mean, it doesn't matter whether you're playing a newly promoted team, a Leicester team, or whatever in the league. Every team can give you a scare. Every team can beat you, unless you're right on it. And Liverpool have started the season well, deserved to pick up both wins. But Arsenal and Manchester City have started equally as well, and they both look, absolutely at the top of their game as well. So this could be the most competitive. At the top of the league there, it could be the hardest league to win for a long, long time.
So with